Most people who dream of becoming a digital nomad get this question wrong. How much money do you really need before you can take off in 25? Some people think $1,000 in their account is enough, and they'll figure the rest out along the way. The truth is, without a proper financial base, most of them are back home broke within months. If you want freedom without the constant stress of running out of money, you need to prepare properly. Let's break it down with real numbers, real examples, and realistic scenarios so you know exactly what it takes. The first thing you need is an emergency fund. This is not optional. If you plan to live on $2,000 a month, you should have at least $6,000 to $12,000 in a separate account, liquid and accessible. And here's why. Things may go wrong. Apartments fall through, flights get canceled, or clients stop paying. Imagine you land in Lisbon and the apartment you booked disappears. Suddenly, you need to put down 2 months of rent plus a deposit somewhere else. That's $3,000 to $4,000 up front. Or picture your laptop breaking in Bali, where a replacement MacBook can cost $1,800, often more expensive than buying at home. Without a buffer, you're in survival mode from day one. With it, you can solve problems and move on with confidence. Now let's look closely at your monthly burn rate, the actual cost of living in different Nomad hubs. These numbers are from 225 estimates and real expat reports. Bali, for example, remains affordable if you know where to look. A one-bedroom villa with reliable Wi-Fi and a small pool might cost $600. Add $300 for food if you cook and eat local, or closer to $500 if you eat at Western cafes daily. Transport is about $100 with a scooter rental, co-working runs $200, and extras like nightlife, gym, and weekend trips can add $300 to $500. So Bali can range from $1,500 a month on the low side to $2,100 if you're more social. Lisbon is more expensive. A modest one-bedroom in 2025 can cost between $900 and $1,200, depending on location. Groceries and food average $400, but add another $200 if you eat out often. Public transport passes are about $50, though most nomads use Uber occasionally, adding another $100. Then factor in co-working or cafes, another $200. Entertainment and lifestyle add $500 easily. That's $2,000 to $2,500 per month in Lisbon, and some spend even more. Mexico City falls in between. A central apartment is about $800 to $1,000. Groceries cost $300, transport $100, co-working $200, and lifestyle another $400 to $500. Total? Around $1,700 to $2,100. Notice how quickly these numbers add up. If you assumed you could live anywhere in the world for $1,000 per month, that was true 10 years ago. In 2025, even budget-friendly hubs are creeping up. That's why your savings must cover 3 to 6 months of these costs, not just a random number. Let's add hidden costs. First, flights. A one-way ticket from Europe to Asia is easily $800 to $1,000. From the US to Lisbon is $500 to $700. You need to budget for at least 1 or 2 major flights per year. Second, visas. Thailand, for example, often requires visa runs or extensions, costing $100 to $300 each time. Mexico gives you up to 180 days, but renewals or border runs still add up. Portugal now requires proof of income for stays beyond 90 days, and visa fees plus documents can reach several $100s. Third, health insurance. Safety Wing charges about $45 per month for basic coverage, but that doesn't cover everything. Allianz or Cigna charge between $100 and $150 per month for broader coverage. Imagine skipping insurance to save money and then needing emergency surgery. An appendectomy in Thailand cost $8,000, in Mexico around $6,000 to $10,000, and in Portugal even more without residency. That single bill would wipe out your savings in seconds. Another overlooked cost is equipment. Your laptop is your office. If it breaks, you can't work. A solid MacBook Air costs around $1,200 to $1,400. Add noise-canceling headphones, backup drives, and accessories, and suddenly you've spent $2,000 just to replace your setup. If you don't budget for gear, you're gambling with your income stream. Now let's switch to income. Having money saved is great, but if you don't have monthly cash flow, your lifestyle will collapse. You should aim for at least $1,500 per month before you leave. That can be freelance contracts, a remote job, or side income from digital products. Let's say you're a freelance copywriter. 3 clients paying $500 each is $1,500. That covers Bali comfortably and Mexico City reasonably. But in Lisbon, you'd be cutting it close. Better to aim for $2,000 per month or more, especially if you want flexibility. Some nomads underestimate taxes too. Even if you earn online, some countries tax worldwide income once you stay too long. Staying more than 183 days in Spain, for instance, makes you a tax resident, meaning nearly half your income could be taxed if you're not careful. This is why planning matters, not just how much you earn, but how you structure your stays. Let's run 2 case studies. Sarah left her job with $3,000 and no steady clients. She lasted 2 months in Tbilisi before maxing out her credit cards and flying home. She had the dream but not the foundation. Mike, on the other hand, saved $12,000 and lined up a remote contract paying $1,800 per month. He chose Mexico City, covered his costs, slowly expanded his client base, and 2 years later, he's still thriving. Preparation, not luck, made the difference. So what's the bottom line? In 2025, to start as a digital nomad responsibly, you need at least $10,000 saved and $1,500 per month of predictable income. That combination lets you live well in cheaper hubs, survive in mid-tier cities, and stay flexible in Europe. If you want comfort and zero stress in Lisbon, Barcelona, or similar places, aim for $20,000 saved and $2,000 to $3,000 per month income. Anything less is rolling dice with your future. This isn't about being rich. It's about creating margin. Margin means if your card gets frozen, you have a backup. If your laptop dies, you replace it without panic. If you get sick, you get treated without destroying your finances. Margin is what turns nomad life from a risky gamble into true freedom. So the real answer to how much money you need is not just a single number. It's a combination: 6 to 12 months of expenses and savings, at least $1,500 per month income, and an awareness of hidden costs like flights, visas, insurance, and equipment. With that in place, you can thrive. Without it, you'll be stressed, broke, and back home before you know it. Subscribe for weekly Nomad finance strategies. Educational content only, not financial advice.